So an interesting consequence of Governor Rosselló's resignation is that it could possibly put the future of cryptocurrency in Puerto Rico in jeopardy. The ex-governor's introduction of lower tax rates actually welcomed an influx of crypto billionaires into the territory after Hurricane Maria. In fact, there were a lot of wealthy people migrating to Puerto Rico because of some favorable tax policies.
Yes.
So do you think that it's important for Puerto Rico to continue to look at cryptocurrency as an area ripe for growth?
The short answer is yes, and that's because I think for any government, any region, it's important to not neglect the importance of cryptocurrency. It's just, it's up and coming. I think it's a no-brainer. Why would you neglect something like that? And for people of Puerto Rico, especially if you want to cut out the big government, if that's what you believe, cryptocurrency sort of is a natural pivot from the norm.
So speaking of cryptocurrency, our next guest is the founder of Gracias, a platform that allows young people to buy and share cryptocurrency. Let's welcome Deana Burke.
Hi.
Hey, so tell us how Gracias works.
Yeah, so I started Gracias because I found myself having the same conversations with my friends over and over again, and it would go something like, I would be talking about Bitcoin and about how it's the future of money and how it can do all of these incredible things for the creation of new wealth for a new generation. And my girlfriends would be like, cool, Deana, cool, okay, I get it. It sounds really revolutionary and it sounds really interesting, but I don't really feel like it's a thing for me. I'm a non-technical person. I think it's sort of confusing and intimidating and a little bit scary. And so I started Gracias to really address that problem and to create a product that was accessible and fun for people who might not be technical.
Yeah, because I saw your mission is to diversify cryptocurrency,
Yes.
right? How do you plan to get more, women, people of color, et cetera?
Not the typical audience for cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not. No, it's not. So we're so our product is an app, and it's live on the App Store right now. And when you download it, you'll see that it looks a lot like a social media environment or a social networking app. So there's messaging and emojis and a lot of GIFs. And we're intentionally trying to create a place that feels really sort of familiar and comfortable. But at its core, it's like a wallet, right? So you can hold Bitcoin and then you can send small amounts to your friends. But the idea with Gracias, and what makes it different, is that we're hoping to create a new on-ramp to the crypto economy, one that's social and not transactional.
When you say a small amount, does that mean there is a limit?
Well, we're working in small transaction sizes, really just to ensure that this is a low stakes environment for people to learn and experiment in a way where they're not throwing.
It's the gateway.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So according to NBC News, nonprofits are using cryptocurrency to help people out in places like Venezuela.
Yeah.
Do you see a future where cryptocurrency has a place in, especially in countries where their monetary system is basically non-functional?
Yes, absolutely.
Venezuela being a prime example, Zimbabwe in recent years was another good example.
Of course. Yeah, it's really interesting because for Americans, we've grown up with a stable currency, right? So we don't have that same experience of having your currency almost overnight devalued. And so
it's devastating.
Yeah, and so in places like that, it's hugely important and in fact life-saving. And in the United States, I think the value proposition is a little bit different right now, but yeah, it's so critical.
I mean, you believe there's a viable currency in cryptocurrency, and I happen to agree with you, most of us. What do you think, the future looks like for money in general?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll cover if I were to go downstairs and get coffee?
Yeah.
Can I pay for my $5 coffee in Bitcoin?
You already can. There's apps out there where you can do that. Absolutely. We're not totally there yet though with crypto, obviously, because it's still so volatile and the price goes up and down. But yeah, I mean, it's money. So Bitcoin and crypto is money that's made on the internet for the internet, right? So as we live more and more of our lives online, I have to believe that a currency that is built for digital life will become the dominant one. So that's just my worldview.
Okay, so this isn't in our notes, but we got to talk about Libra, which is Facebook and everyone else under the sun's, foray into cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Deana?
So I think Libra is doing great things for driving awareness for the industry at large, right? A rising tide lifts all boats, in my opinion. So I'm great, let's see it. I don't think it's technically a cryptocurrency. It's not really decentralized. It doesn't have a lot of the qualities that we like to see in crypto assets. Like there's a CEO.
It doesn't pass the smell test for a cryptocurrency. Yeah, it seems like it's more an alternate currency, which is
like
getting the attention.
Like a hybrid,
Yeah.
just to get people in the door. And just so I know, on your platform, say if I have 1 Bitcoin on
Hey, that's worth a lot.
on Coinbase.
What is that,
right?
$10,000? I'd like a Bitcoin.
Oh, everybody knows. And I can transfer that 1 Bitcoin into your...
Eventually, yes. As of right now, we're still a little bit limited in our functionality, but eventually that's the idea.
And when we say crypto, we usually just say Bitcoin, but it's really Ether, Ripple, everything else.
We're Bitcoin only.
Okay.
I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, and but we're considering other currencies down the line. It's just like for us, we want to like lessen the mental load for people, and we find like when there's a lot of coins, people are like, oh, I don't know what are these, what's the difference between all of these different currencies, and so we're just keeping it really simple with Bitcoin to start.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, Deana Burke,
Yeah.
thanks so much.
for being here.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
De nada.
What he said.